Good day, beautiful people. Welcome to my tarot channel. For those on replay, my name is Alexia. It's beautiful, beautiful day here in the United States of America. Today we swear in our new Attorney General, Merrick Garland. And John Dean made a statement. He issued a statement saying that it's only a matter of days before something happens to the former guy. So we've got lots on our plate today. Lots and lots and lots. Hello, everyone. Feel free to say hi in the live chat. We're just getting started. We are very happy because we just swore in our new Attorney General, Merrick Garland. I was fortunate enough to hear his statement. It was very brief. He spoke about his family and his feelings for the Justice Department. And he said that and this is what I really liked on his statement, he said that he is the attorney for the people. So Merrick Garland is the attorney for the people. Yippee. And John Dean actually issued a statement saying that it's only a matter of days before something happens. I don't think he said what's going to happen. So I'm going to start with John Dean. Oh, and thanks for the likes, everybody. I truly appreciate it. And in a few minutes, we'll get started when people start coming on the live. We'll just wait a few moments for everyone to arrive. Thanks for your patience. We're going to start reading on It's Only a Matter of Days. And one of the things I love about the Nostradamus tarot, because this deck is from the 16th century. And in the olden days, the readers had a set of codes that corresponded to the astronomy. They had only found 5 planets at that time, and the astrology was strictly forbidden. And so at the Vatican in Rome at that time, they would actually take these cards. Let's get you a card with a set of marks on it. You can see that in the olden days, they would correspond each of these cards to the different zones of the zodiac. And then the different symbols and the different planets were ruled by the different elements. So some of the class is ruled by the element Mercury, the others ruled by the element gold. So you can see how they wrote not just a set of planetary aspects, but also the alchemy. So in example, to read this card, which is originally from the deck in Rome, which was discovered in 1970s, we look very closely at the symbolism that's attached to the zodiac symbols. And each of those represents planets, signs of the zodiac, and the different elements. Some of them were metal. One was mercury and the other's gold. And this suit was originally meant to be the ruling class, which was neither the monarchs nor the people, but only the class in Rome of the papacy. They considered themselves the direct line to God. And their suit was the suit of stars. In the modern deck, the suit of stars translates to the suit of swords. All right. Well, hi, everybody. So we're just getting started. Welcome. It's lovely to see you. I'm super excited because I feel that it is actually more significant that we have the new Attorney General Merrick Garland, myself, politically speaking, even than having the chief executive officer, commander-in-chief, guy in charge, President Biden. So I'm super excited that I was able to listen to Attorney General Merrick Garland's statement, and he says he's going to be the lawyer for all the people, the attorney for all people, and he will be delegating impartially. Meanwhile, John Dean issued a statement which said that it is only a matter of days before something happens. And I don't know what that happening is or who he's going to be indicting or process serving. Hi, Joji. Great to see you. And so when John Dean said it's only a matter of days, I wanted to ask my Nostradamus deck because it's got the numerology that's aligned also with the timing. Now, we do not have the set of codes that were used back in the 16th century to have the most intensely accurate predictive readings. We are missing the set of codes. It is rumored that they are part of the Order of the Knights of Templar, and that they were actually laid in the stones on the pathway in Paris to, what is that called? Those papers, those original papers. Does anyone remember what it's not the Holy Grail, because in the original deck, the Holy Grail is the world, the end all be all, this eternal life. So the Holy Grail was the ultimate end all, end game, was for the knights to be able to regain the chalice. But on the way there, they put, supposedly, legend has it, that they put the set of codes that corresponds to the Nostradamus deck that Aristotle and those had been using for about centuries, and supposedly the Rosicrucians laid the plans to the code somewhere on that path to, what is that place called? It's somewhere outside of Paris. It's probably right by the Notre Dame. But we don't really have the code, so we cannot predict the numerology and the timing as accurately as Nostradamus did, because we just don't have the codes. All we discovered were the paintings. So these 4 cards, this is card 1, 2, 3, and 4, I chose because John Dean made the statement that it's only a matter of days. So, of course, we all want to know, we're on the edge of our seats, how many days? Well, the first card is 10. That's a card of completion. Yeah, this is also a reverse 10, which is the 10 of spheres. Now, the classes and the suits in the tarot, and this is why I love using this system, is because this belief system was based on a time where, oh my goodness, the flat earth was the belief system. It was the flat earth. And here comes Kepler. You see Kepler with his machine? Kepler proved that Copernicus' theory was correct, that the earth was not the center of the universe. It wasn't really even about being flat anymore. It was about changing people's belief and minds to move away from the earth being the center, be all, and the sun moves around us, and rather the sun being the center of our system. And that's the machine. Isn't that gorgeous? They had all the sacred geometry, and you see that wheel and the codes and all that Latin that's written in there. This is once again how Kepler had these codes, but what the 10 is saying is that the 10 of Pentacles, which is what this would be in the modern deck, is the completion of the science. This isn't about anything emotional. It's not about opinions or data. It's just plain reality. It's the science. Hi, Rainey. Did I say your name properly? Thanks for coming. So when I asked the card, how many days? Okay. There's going to be the completion of a process. Some process is going to be completed. Now, in our modern deck, we say that the 10 Pentacles are the most valuable things. So most likely these are 10 indictments that are going to be served within a matter of days. Because I asked how many. John Dean made a statement. It's only a matter of days, but he didn't say what. I didn't catch that. So first we have the number 10. So we're going to correspond to the numerology. Now, and that was a reverse. Oh, and let's go over why it's significant that this is the reversal of the 10 of Pentacles. This is saying that this process of completion is actually a start. It's like turning a key where a set of locks are opening. Yes, and now, poof, the door is open. So I would assume that there would be 10. This could be 10 people, could be 10 services, 10 indictments against Donald. By the way, I found out he doesn't like being called Donald, so we'll just call him Donald for the sake of simplicity. Now, this card I pulled in the upright position. This is the One of Moons. This is a sacred card. This originates as the body of Christ. This is the Eucharist. Yes, when we break bread, you will remember me and you will drink my blood. So that's extreme emotion. That's cannibalism, straight up cannibalism. This could be the GOP eating each other, slaughtering each other on that day. Whenever this matter of days, this basically is how many. We ask the question, how many? How many days, how many indictments, how many people, how many? I would love the numerology. So the One of Moons is the original card in the class of moons. The suit of moons corresponds to cups. It's emotions, but in the olden days, they didn't have cups or emotions. It was all about the people. It was basically a caste system. These are the craftsmen. These are the media. And these are the suit of the people who are the writers, the poets, the artists, the demonstrators, the activists, the lovers, the people who are emotion-based in their careers. They're the people who speak for others. They're caregivers. They take care of others. They're healers and physicians and psychics and tarot readers. The number one significance, yes. Significance, I. Significance, affirmation. So when John Dean issues a statement that says it's only a matter of days, yeah, it is only a matter of days until the cannibals begin to eat each other. Remember, that was originally the Eucharist. Now let's turn this card over. This is the astrologer. Ooh, how many? How many? This is a number 12. 12 signifies in the new calendar the amount of months. But in the old calendar, they went by the amount of moons. And there's 13 moons and 20 cycles. So the astrologer knows the time. The astrologer is the keeper of time. The astrologer corresponds to the Knight of Pentacles in the modern deck. This is the 12 of Spheres. This group is knowledge-based. They have science and they have data. Now, you see how there's ribbons above this guy's head? And once again, we see the wheels. This has no moons or suns. It's all about stars. So this has no moon, which means it's a dark moon. Now, today is actually leading into the time, and this is a time card. This is a total time card. It's the number 12. Guess what's today? The 11th. Guess when the dark moon is? When all the stars come out. Tomorrow, March 12th, Friday. We could be up for a Friday massacre. Because this corresponds to the 12th, which is within 24 hours. That is correct. Boom. And only a matter of days. It could happen. It could happen during the dark moon, because the dark moon Lilith comes before the new moon. We have this new moon in Pisces on March 13th. But right at this very moment, this is why this is a very present moment card. We are moving into the 12, the day of 12 in our month, and the time of the dark moon. It is the darkness, the time of the ultimate lunar darkness. Dark moon Lilith. Oh, thank you for the deck compliment. One of the things I like about this deck is it does include the quatrain. But in the book that is included in my little kit, I read the prelude and the preface extremely, like I memorized it. And they admit that they had great difficulty translating it. And I understand why. Everything they talk about is like in codes. So like when it says Saturn rules Mercury, it doesn't mean it literally, what it means is Saturn is the ruling class of the monarchy, and Mercury is the metal that corresponds to the group. I believe it is spheres. And so when they say Saturn rules Mercury, it doesn't mean when there's a conjunction. it does means when the alignment of the planets comes into like an opposition between Saturn and Mercury. But what they were talking about was Saturn, the monarchical ruling class, yes, will overshadow the science. So that's kind of like a MAGA belief system where it says that, boom, the power structure is going to take over the belief system, and the people will once again revert to the belief of the flat earth system. We talked about the flat earth, if you're just coming in, on the first card, which was the reversed 10. And this is Kepler's machine. Isn't it cool? So they were fighting over the change of the belief system. So the reverse is saying our belief system reverted back to flat earth. Okay. And once again, the one of moons is the sacred card of the Holy Eucharist, which is eat my body. This literally translates to eat my body. When you bake bread with me, you will remember me. That is the translation. And it's talking about the GOP breaking bread together against each other. They're going to split. Okay, whenever this matter of days happens. So it is possible it could happen on the 12th because this is a time card. The astrologer is about the keeper of time. So it is most significant that the number 12 comes up during the dark moon, because this is a card of a dark moon. There's no moon. It's only stars. We only see stars when the moon hides. Remember? The final card. It's got to be about the stock market. Somebody's been asking me about the market. Okay, I've been getting that the stock market is an indicator of, once again, the Beirut connection and the rebirth of the Jamal story. If you've had a chance to watch the Visit Jamal Khashoggi reading, the Eight of Cups is a loss. This is the Eight of Moons. This is talking about the people who have feelings, the compassionate people having both a loss and a win. Now, in the original deck, it wasn't about spilling blood, but in the new deck, it is actually about walking away from a loss. So like if you took this as a personal card on a personal reading chart, this is helping us to heal from loss and grief. This is looking back. It's revisiting our wounds and healing anew. It is a card of renewal. Yeah, in politics and political tarot, generally speaking, the Eight of Moons corresponds to the stock market. Why? Because I'm looking at numbers, and the stock market is all about numbers, isn't it, guys? Here's this calf. Look at him. He's begging for mercy. That is a bear market. So the time comes out at the bear market now. The stock market surged, and I have been predicting, and if you had a chance to read the Oracle Tarot, we have this huge prosperity consciousness come in that said that we're due for a surge, that prosperity is on the rise. When we ask the question, it's only a matter of days, it's only a matter of days, it's only a matter of days. It's saying, look at the stock market. Look at the Dow. Watch the Dow. Watch that Dow, baby. Watch the Dow. The actual number I'm getting in terms of a time card is 12, which is tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow is the dark moon, March 12th. And then we move into the new moon, March 13th. That's right. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that either, I can't tell if it's 10 indictments against Donald or it's 10 people. So let's ask. The GOP is going to eat each other alive when this matter of days comes to fruition. It could possibly be the 12th day, which is tomorrow. And we must watch the stock market. The stock market is going to send us the message. Okay. Oh, don't you guys love my geode? I'm so into rocks. This, by the way, is my seed, which I've germinated with my vision. I'm going to be planning on the new moon. So we are going to be doing our new moon planning on our Minerals Monday Live this upcoming Monday. For all of you who've been keeping your visions and everything under wraps, because spring is coming and it's time to literally put the seed of our vision for the new year into the ground on Minerals Monday Live. It's going to be fab. This is my little seed, which I have infused with my vision for 2021 and beyond. I like putting my stuff into a rock because it's what's known as a vortex. And when I infuse it into that vortex, it becomes an energetic point, a time and space continuum. So I can really, zone in. And I will literally go out and plant this gorgeous green. This is a Zvarsky crystal, a green Varsky. Isn't that great? Ooh. Oh, thank you. Renee says that I love astronomy. Yes. And I love your explanations and take. Yeah. Because to me, the cosmology and the nano microology is one. It's just a matter of quantum numbers. So you take a giant universal solar system, and then you morph it down to a nuclear, particle, and you've still got the same thing. You've got the center, a nucleus, you've got a sun, and then you've got orbitals, which are all those electrons, and then we've got planets all orbiting around the sun. That was a huge breakthrough when Kepler came along because, man, Rome was not into the fact that it was no longer a flat earth concept. It was too mind-blowing. Okay, so we're going to request clarity. I'm asking the cards, and thank you, Spirit, for showing up. Thank you. Spirit would like to show itself before I pull another card. I have this blue deck that I love. I think there's an angel in here who wants to pop out. Let's see. See if I can find an angel. Oops, there's one trying to pop right off the top. Oh, the angel of patience. Oh. Now, I love this deck because it's 16. Here's a number for us. Maybe the universe wants us to know that all we have to do is be patient and wait 16 days. That would be the 27th. The 27th of March. I love the number 27. It's one of my lucky numbers. So the universe is also sending us a sign that it could be on the 16th and to be patient, or it could be 16 days out on the 27th. We must be patient. Now we're asking for clarity. Let's get my clarifier cards because Nostradamus is deep. I wouldn't call it simple. I actually don't use the term clarifier. I like the word simplifier. I want to simplify stuff. Let's simplify. Is the 10 of spheres the number of people being process served, because it's got to be process services. I mean, you got to arrest these guys, basically, an arrest and a process service. The action, the so-called matter of days, is it 10 people or 10 indictments? Because this is 10 valuable things. 10 valuable things that's going to flip the way people believed about the prior administration. The way they believed about the prior administration. The 10 things that are coming out in a matter of days is going to change the belief system of how people believed in the prior administration. A lot of people believed that stuff. They believed the earth was still flat right now in 2020. Hiya, Sheila. Okay, so we're asking for simplification that in a matter of days, could be tomorrow, could be the 16th, or it could be the 27th of March. It's going to be in March, you guys. These 10 very valuable things, 10 of spheres reversed, coming in against the Trump administration, against Donald. Are they 10 processes? Are they 10 indictments, 10 arrests? Or are they 10 people? Are they 10 indictments? Or are they against Donald? Or are they 10 people who they're arresting? Just going to take 3 cards. It's a double set of 10 pentacles. That's the same card that is right here. Oh, yeah. This is so strong, see? Okay. Yeah, it's 10 somethings. That's what the universe is saying. This is a double set of 10 of pentacles. See how this guy is handing out pentacles? Yep. There's a guy over here, and he's got the pentacles, and he's handing out something. There's a dog, a little boy, and a woman. It looks like they're going to be taking in a group of people. It's a matter of timing. Oh, yeah. They're getting 10 people. It's going to be more than Donald, is what this is saying. Because a Wheel of Fortune is getting lucky. When they go after these people to process them or whatever, arrest them, they got to time it right. They can't just go in one day. Ooh, maybe that's why we're getting from the 12 to the 16. It's going to be a matter of days. Maybe what he's really saying is it's going to take him more than one day. Ooh, because there's more than one person. Looks like it's going to go from 12 to the 16th of March. The 6 of Cups is children. They're arresting or indicting children. These are kids. These are children. Either that, or they could be putting them up on child trafficking charges. That's what I'm getting. It looks like there could be a group arrest on child trafficking happening simultaneously. Because this guy, Weiselman, did you guys hear about Weiselman? Oh, yeah, he's turning. Oh, yeah. I couldn't believe it when I found out Donald was in New York City the other night. I couldn't even go to sleep. I had to stay up throwing a tarot and just slammed it up in the middle of the night like I never do that. He's trying to keep people from talking. I mean, it was all Queen of Cups. He was trying to keep people from rolling over, and Weiselman is going to roll. Weiselman's going to roll. Is Weiselman going to roll over? Did he already roll over? I know they've already depositioned Ivanka and Don Jr. Don't know about Eric. Did Weisselman roll? Did you hear about Cohen? Cohen says he's going in for a 7th interview today. Can you believe that? Cohen is going in for a 7th interview. Is Weisselman rolling over? Because he could be rolling over right now in real time. I don't want to take these cards down because these cards, I'm telling you, you pull a Nostradamus card, it's like, don't underestimate the power of that card. They're not like any of my other decks. The accuracy, the level of depth, the meaning, the background, once you start laying them on top of each other, no, it's a whole nother world. We like build this like a Scrabble board off these 4 numbers because the real question is, what's going to happen? And we wanted to know, a matter of days, how many days, how many indictments, how many people. So just because it says 10 of Pentacles doesn't say that it's 10 people. It means that there's an entire group. And it's going to take a matter of days. And it looks like it's going to be heavy hitting hard starting tomorrow. They're not waiting. They're just going to start picking people up. Tomorrow, it's going to be like a little fest between now and the 16th. Hi, Keisha. Great to see you. Renee says that they're peeing on Cuomo's shoes is a bonus. Oh, I think we understood the motive there was to try to get Cuomo out of there, but the only way they can do that is if they do a recall. First, they have to get a vote on a recall and so many signatures, and he ain't going to get that to happen in time before March 12th to 16th. I'm getting hard that it's going to be active right in the next 5 days. Because think about it, guys. The 12th is the dark moon. The 13th is the new moon. The first crescent moon is the 14th, 15th. And then the 16th, it goes, boom, full into toward the first quarter moon. And Donald never does well on first quarter moons. And he doesn't do well on dark moons either. It's great to see you guys. All right. So we got that they're going after multiple groups of people. The Wheel of Fortune says they got to time it right because you can't just, serve or arrest somebody. They got to time it right. And then we got the 6 of Cups, which is children. So it looks like there's going to be something on children in the mix. Child trafficking, something is going to come out. Yeah. So let's see. What was that question again? I always get lost. I do this all the time. It's my blonde brain. I have an instant excuse. It's terrible. Okay. So we got that they're going to have multiple people they're indicting. How many? Oh, that's right. Who's spilling? Weisselman. Is Weisselman spilling? No, Maxwell's not spilling. I already checked it. Oh, this is Weisselman. Weisselman is the Empress. He's going to act on behalf of the welfare of the United States of America. This is also the pregnancy. So when you spill the beans, it's like a pregnant woman because you haven't really talked. So that means it's in phase. Well, Weisselman, he's going to betray Trump. 3 of Swords. Will Weisselman turn? Because that was the question, will he roll? Oh my God, he's going to talk. And it's going to be evidentiary. Cohen's in there being interviewed right now. Is Weisselman being interviewed today along with Cohen? Is Weisselman being interviewed today? Oh God, look at this card, just wants to scream. Along with Cohen, because we know Cohen's in there today. Not yet. No, he's not in there today. Weisselman. Oh, they got to set up an agreement. He probably has to sign papers and contracts and NDAs and stuff. Looks like they got to write some stuff up. Yeah, they got to write up paperwork before he can be depositioned. Basically. So yeah, Weisselman's definitely turning on Trump, but not today. Oh, there's him with his interviewer. So she's setting it up right now. They're probably scheduling it on their docket. Canaries. Aw. Canaries. I feel like a canary in the coal mine. I actually renamed my Twitter account for a while, Canary in a Coal Mine, because I love that song by Sting. Okay, so that was Weisselman. Weisselman's rolling. Now, let's just look at Robert Maxwell's daughter, who's at MDC. I've been watching her a lot lately because her trial's coming up in July, and she's been swacking all over the place. She tried to, once again, get released on bail. That was denied, thinking she could buy her way out. And when I got on that reading when Donald was in New York, that he couldn't go into MDC to talk to her. That's not real. They have to set up contact and that they're communicating. So I don't think she's turning on him. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about the flight logs and the unredaction. I think the unredacted Maxwell deposition is out. So we're going to have to do a pretty big dive on the Maxwell deposition. Hold on a sec, because we got to check in with that babe. Let me get my water. Today I have my my chrome diopside. We're going green because it's spring. Now, I read several times and I asked if Donald's former guy gave her a pardon. And the answer I got was no. So let's just revisit that question. While Donald was in office, did he issue GhislaineMaxwell a secret pardon? Because we didn't hear about it. Ooh, they're starting to stick. That means we're very close. While Donald was in office, did he issue GhislaineMaxwell a pardon? I really got a no before, but who knows? While Donald Trump was still in office, did he issue GhislaineMaxwell a pardon? Tools and trick magic, things aren't what they always seem. You can't always tell from a stack of tarot cards. It's just for entertainment purposes. But yes, he had the power to change things because they turned straw into gold. This is Rumpelstiltskin performing his magic on behalf of Ghislaine. He could have given her a pardon. He could have. Did he do it? Did he do it? Did he actually give her a pardon? Page of Pentacles, they talked about it. The Hermit, she was being investigated. He really was very, very concerned about the fact that she was being investigated over child trafficking. At the time, his dynasty was lost. He had lost the election at that time. And the outcome is the devil. This does not say that he gave her a pardon. What that says is that somebody else was in charge of Donald Trump giving out pardons, and that whoever else, this is Attorney General Barr, I swear to God. Oh, Attorney Barr told Trump not to. She's too damning. He couldn't pardon her because then she can't plead the fifth. So Barr literally kept Trump from cutting a deal with Ghislaine on his last day in office because of the incriminating evidence on child trafficking that's in the deposition. There's the GhislaineMaxwell deposition. And they talked about it. Oh, yeah. She's like, give me a pardon, give me a pardon. She asked. No. Barr was in charge of that. No. There's no secret pardon for Ghislaine. Nope. See how the icky cards come up when I read on her? Just like that. They turn to icky. All my beautiful cards. Okay, we have to now love on them with the rose quartz. I like to tap my cards. I don't know if you know this, but I studied crystals and minerals extensively, specifically their energy properties. And actually, I did experiments bombarding strontium bromide crystals with electron volts of energy and then seeing how long the energy signature could last inside the crystal. Now, crystals have energies, and when you smack them, what happens is it shakes the lattice because they're all stacked up very nicely. Otherwise, they wouldn't be a crystal. They'd be an amorphous thing. But crystals have a lattice structure which are aligned like little ping pong balls all on these rows. And there's different kinds of rows, FCC, BCC, and all that. But just think of it like a cube with a bunch of ping pong balls on all the little sticks. And when you put energy into a crystal, it does one of two things. It vibrates the lattice structure, or if you bombard it with an energy, see how I'm hitting it with energy? For example, when I smack it lightly, you don't want to take a hammer to it. If it goes into sunlight, or specifically, I like to charge them in moonlight. Okay, almost any kind of moonlight. Full moon's great. Waning moonlight, I prefer waning moonlight. And those small EVs, because the moonlight is already shot from the sun off the moon, so it's already diffused. And those smaller energies, electron volts of moonlight, go onto that. It moves. It's kind of like if you think of it like one of those pinball machines, it like knocks all of the little ping pongs over to the next row. So like if they're all stacked up like this, they all get to move over on one on the stack, and then it makes space for the energy field to come in on the end. And then they rearrange themselves and they're all happy. Isn't that cool? So remember, crystals prefer smaller energies. I never bake my crystals in the sunshine, keep them away from electronic circuits like wall sockets, microwave oven. Never, no. I don't cook them in the sun, but I do bake them in moonlight. And even a man-made, this isn't completely man-made, they grow, but still they have the lattice structure, and they still have that lovely capability because of their evenness, the way they're all stacked. They just are so great for working with energy. And then, of course, each little ping pong ball is a different elemental, and the different minerals give the different stones. They're different, they just come out different. So, because there's minerals in there. So this is a rose quartz, and it's opaque. It's not clear. So I go for clarity more than color because I want my energy to be able to go through the crystal more easily. This is not a crystal. It's an agate. It's gorgeous rock, but not that crystal property. This is opaque. This is a crystal, baby. This is a fluorite. See, it's just a chunk. It is the crystal from top to bottom. It has energy channels in it. Yeah, you can even see. Oh, see if I can get it to line up. There it is. See that? It's got those energy channels right there. It is. You can see it. Boom. See that little glow inside? That's an energy channel. It's an energy channel because it's actually an empty spot in the lattice structure. Okay. So that is a fluorite crystal. This is a pure, just 100% fluorite crystal. This is natural. And then this is man-made. It's a Zvarsky. It's still a crystal, but it's man-made and milled to be that shape. This is not cut. It actually grew in this shape. It's a double pyramid. See, double pyramid. Pyramid on one side, pyramid on the other side. Double pyramid. Love fluorite. They're cheap. They're like, you can get them for $1. Okay. Thanks, Keisha, for reminding anybody. 30 million is not enough for Bill. Oh, Joji says, thanks for inviting me here. I really appreciate your blessings. Thank you. Oh, you're so wonderful. I love black hearts. Okay, now, Ghislaine did not get a pardon. Okay? She already depositioned. But will she talk? Will she talk? Will she roll? Will she lose her cool and just blab on these people? I seriously doubt it. She's not that type. She considers her family more important than justice, is what I'm getting. I don't think she's like the rollover type. Weisselman's rolling. Weisselman is rolling. Okay, it's Jeff Epstein. Okay, this is will she roll? Okay, she used to be Epstein's girlfriend. So a reverse hangman is like no delay. She is like so anxious. She wants to get out of her situation. She's like biting her nail. She's pulling her hair out. She's screaming and yelling. She's, give me another hearing. Give me parole. Give me this. Give me that. Blah, 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 blah. Boom. Jeff Epstein. Okay, there he is in the reverse position. Okay, I'm going to put these all up. Oh, looks like no. Wow. Okay. We got 3 reverses and an upright. Okay. Love these reverse. The 8 of Pentacles is in the center. Now, my spread is a traditional 5-card Nostradamus spread. Okay. And the center card is what's known as the foundational card. So it's all about this. The 8 of Pentacles. Now, 8 is a lot of work. You know, it's like multiplying, it's reproducing, it's like cells mutating. Okay, so here she is. She's in her prison cell. Okay, and she's not doing hard labor. She's working documents at court. She's dealing with attorneys. She's filing. She's going through this system process. Okay. In reverse. That's right. So what on the outside looks like she's filing court papers, and what we see behind the scenes, because we know Ms. Maxwell has lots of strings she can pull. This is her family working it behind the scenes to get her out. Ultimately, she believes that her family, the Robert Maxwell regime, will do the work for her to get her out, and that she doesn't have to play fair. She doesn't have to play by the rules. I mean, this is basically saying somebody's going to basically break her out. This is saying, I'd rather escape. I'd rather have somebody else, you know, blast a hole in the wall and lift me out of here. This is not doing the real work that she needs to be doing. She's like, the family is everything. Okay. Now, for her in the recent past, there's her family in reverse. Okay. What she's saying is normally they're helping me. Oh, here's my boyfriend here to help me, but he's dead. Oh, here's Donald come to help me, but now everybody's gone away. They've deserted me. So her support, her mafia essentially has deserted her in the recent past because she got busted. Come on. She's sitting in prison right now. The reverse Hierophant. This is the very present moment. This is judgment going against her. But, okay, this is actually the judge who's looking over her case. I forget the name of this judge. This is basically saying the judge is turning a blind eye on the case right now. Okay, the judge is not in league with this whole mafia behind the scenes thing going on. The judge ain't part of that, okay? So the judgment in reverse is saying, once again, not going through legal channels, back channel. What's ruling Maxwell right now is not court. It's not the system. It's the back channel. It's the back channel. It's the guy in charge of the back channel, the former guy. So this absolutely, oh my God, corresponds to my, why was Trump in New York City? Like this was like a few nights ago. I think it was Monday. And what's today? Thursday? I mean, that's how fast this happens. Like literally, I couldn't even go live. We normally do Minerals Monday live on Mondays. Oh, we're doing diamonds this week. But there's the fool with his sack of gold and his sack of diamonds. And it's upright. This is the former guy. And look, he's falling off a cliff with the next step. He's going down. And he's taking the bag with him. So I told you she ain't gonna roll for the guy. If his back channel, which is exactly what I read on Monday, Donald Trump's back channel. This is Donald Trump's back channel getting a message over to Ghislaine while the guards are turning a blind eye, looking the other way. She probably paid him off. Literally, this could be like the guards leaving. Remember when Jeffrey was, the cameras were missing, or this is like the guards stepping out for a minute. Yeah, she probably paid off the guards. She's sending messages. Donald got a hold of her while he was there on Monday. I swear to God, told her, keep your mouth shut, biatch. You know what I'm saying? It was all about Queen of Cups. Keep a lid on it. Don't say nothing. So she ain't talking because she's got Jeff Epstein on top of her head and Donald Trump at her feet. And meanwhile, she thinks, hey, maybe I'll escape. Maybe I'll just bust out, So, wow, this chick is something else. She's kind of cool to read on because she's like mean in a good way, because it's like her character. Let's just go ahead and throw her character cards. Her character, where she was coming from before, was like, because I listened to this guy, Roadslav. Man, Roadslav is like into Princess Diana and also Ghislaine, because he's from Slovenia, and he's up on Melania and all those chicks. Like, the dude is into women, man. He loves powerful women. Like, his whole channel is about this woman who didn't want to be queen, who tried to abdicate. He's like, she's my hero. He likes strong, powerful, lusty women, and he's obsessed with Diana. But he taught me a ton about Robert Maxwell, because he's kind of up on this stuff. And what he taught me about her character type is like, You know, you got to understand, she comes from a very rich and powerful family. The way she was raised, she was an elite. She was not raised as a normal human being. She has a very high EQ and IQ, but she was raised by this strange person, man. Her father was like part of that whole Wexler thing. So they probably got her into sex play, you know, when she was a minor. And actually Rhodes Sloss showed me some of her prepping and stuff that they did to her when she was a little girl. So she, you know, to have compassion for her, she is a product. She is a product. She was made to be who she is. But at some point, she's got to take responsibility for that. And that would be now. Oh, I'm on fire. He was beyond creepy. He's mysteriously, like, once again, these mysterious people who take their own life on his fancy ass boat out in the Mediterranean Sea. Or I don't think so. No. Always these, your favorite new person. Yay. Yeah. Well, it's even deeper between than abuser relation. These are an elite society of moguls who essentially feel as though they own the earth. They feel as though they are higher than a government, higher than the queen. They're that into power and control, and lust is one of the 7, you know, deadly sins. And this is how their brain chemistry works, just to come from a place of understanding. And because I study this because, and I give treatments for this because it's part of my modality. I'm a Bowen therapist. When a person, especially during the developmental phase during childhood, has a very dynamic situation. For example, they're in Syria and their family got bombed. They were, let's say they're from the United States and they got into something with the Ghislaine. What happens is when the person who goes through an experience, the neural net is flooded with all this abnormal, it's like a bombardment. And what happens is after the person recovers from that, they can never regain that feeling again. It's like the amount of bombardment into their neural pathway is so large and so dynamic that often they turn to drugs. And this is just one theory. This is like, it's been proven scientifically, but they often become heroin addicts or shoot horse because it's the closest neural net experience to the original trauma. So it's not like they're trying to relive it. It's like they're just trying to fire their neural nets again. So Ms. Maxwell was raised in such a dynamic situation, and so was, well, I don't know about Donald, screw him, but Ms. Ghislaine absolutely was. And so when she developed her sexuality at that time, she needed to become, in a way, perverted because it was the only way she could develop her sexuality in a way that would fire off enough neural nets for her to experience that feeling or an orgasm. So these people require an extreme amount of stimulation, often move into BDSM communities just because the pain will stimulate the neural net. So I've studied this in depth. Believe me, I treat people for all kinds of these maladies. So I know how this stuff works. This isn't just some bogus theory I came up with. So it's understandable why she would be so dynamic in her sexuality after being raised that way. She was literally groomed to become the groomer. And then, of course, for financial purposes, they needed more than just bodies. They needed somebody who could pump in bodies. And so they took advantage of her at that point, because initially she started off essentially as a rape victim, but then she turned and they took advantage of her. So talk about money. Oh, and that money is a high too. When you spend that much money or deal with that much money, like $30 million, can you imagine us moving $30 million in a day? I actually get physically nauseous. It gives me a headache. It's not fun. It's like, oh, wow, now I'm a multimillionaire. No, it doesn't work that way. It's so much stimulation that these lottery winners, a lot of them get really, really sick after they win the lottery. It's no joke. So once again, let's look at the character traits of Ms. Ghislaine, because I'm just going to pull the 4 character cards for her. And I want to look at the Greer deck because it shows the Queen of Pentacles is her. When you see, and Queen of Cups too, when she's at MDC, when she's out of her power position, she moves out of Queen of Pentacles, the chick in charge with the money, taking advantage of people, over to the Queen of Cups, where she's, oh, boo-hoo, poor me, give me money, do what I say, manipulate. And of course, she's got major ego issues, major. So we're going to just look at the 4 character cards, because as you can see, her family means much more to her than following the law. That whole Wexler Mossad thing, I mean, she's just so connected. I truly believe she thinks that they would literally plant something that would bust the wall open and let her walk out the door. She feels like she's that much in power, but they've abandoned her. They're not into her. Okay, the bottom of the deck. Look at this, you guys. I mean, this is where telekinesis comes in. That's a psychic ability to be able to just pull cards like that. I mean, it happens to me all the time. And then animals come up and speak to me. That's another thing that happens. But that's a little different. But telekinesis is the ability to manipulate particles at a subatomic level. So that would be like the spoon bendy guy. I don't bend spoons, okay? I throw tarot cards. I told you, when she's crying at MDC, she's Queen of Cups. She's like, oh, boo-hoo, poor me, poor me. I should have been in France. I should have been in Britain, but here I am stuck in New York inside this cell, and I'll do anything to get out. But at the same time, I'm not talking. This is ultimately the card of silencing others. Hush, puppy money, quiet, 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 not talking, not rolling over, no way, no how. She ain't doing it. You work with other... addiction is to create. So there's way to create that neural net without using some illegal chemistry. There's herbs that will soothe that neural net so that person can be more content with a larger dynamic energy flow coming in. And then the best way is, if those people want to get flooded, we do light therapy. And just want to show you for a second. This is my laser. This thing is expensive. You're talking about money, guys. This is actually was made in Ames Laboratory by NASA. Now, I think they're beginning to start to have cheaper versions that you can buy for like maybe under 4 figures. This is like a 5-figure item. But it's rocket science to the max. And of course, I use it in my work because I do a lot of therapy on animals. And a lot of and what's very important with lasers, and you can see it start to shine the light, is that you must never point it in your eyes. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can see the glow. Can you see the glow? See the glow? See under there? There's a glow. See? And we put this on the horse's legs and we get, this is a dermal therapy, but I can't shine it. And if I don't have it on, it won't shine, but you can see the little glow. See the little glow? Oh, there it is. See, there it is. See the glow? I got the glow. Okay, so this is a laser, and it's used for healing practice, therapeutic purposes. So when we do the light therapy, you notice that I don't do it optically. I'm doing the light therapy neurostructurally, because you don't put the laser on somebody's head. Okay. But there are a lot of light therapists who use LED therapy, but I don't think it's that good. I don't like that LED therapy. Park on YouTube, another great Canadian doctor. Cool. Okay, so let's look at her 4 character traits. Oops, I just did the cutting of the deck. Now let's redo it. Duh. Okay. Waiting. Right now she's waiting. Yeah, that's all you get to do all day long, Ghislaine, is just hang out and freaking wait. Okay, all we're looking at is 4 character traits. That's all I want. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is going to be how she feels about herself. Okay, loans, debts, and agreements. The 6 of Pentacles. She feels like she's a very just person who gives out things evenly. She feels righteous in her money dealings, and she feels extremely competent and capable. But she feels that really, and this is what her deposition deposed, her primary function while she was working for the Epstein estate was dealing with real estate transactions and money transactions. So she considers herself a master financial manipulator. Okay. Her character is just and wise. This is very interesting because both of these are very Libran traits, very balanced. So see, her character in its pure aspect is balanced. See that? She's imbalanced. And she feels righteous and just, that her cause and what she did was for the right thing and the right purpose. Now that I get is very difficult to understand, because justice, there's different types of justice, and this is justice at court. So what I'm getting is that she feels that she's wrongfully accused. Her character feels that she's being judged unfairly. Yes, she is the father's daughter. There's her dad. Robert's wealthy, not just wealthy. We're talking one of the 0.01% elite. Okay, so her character, this once again is a product of her upbringing. And of course, is all about luxury and comfort. So she values her comfort zone, which right now she doesn't have. She's outside of her comfort zone. But we're talking about her character and not her situation. So her character is to weigh both sides without judging or making a decision. Now here we have our very first time indicator and the first crescent moon, which is the Inanna moon, which is like the Middle Eastern moon. And that's going to be about on the 14th, 15th, which is coming up Sunday, Monday. So there's a time indication. Her character actually is very just, balanced, and simultaneously incapable of making correct, right-minded choices. So even though she feels as though she is being unfairly judged, she knows. She has a character type that makes wrong choices. She is self-aware enough to know that she makes bad choices. So her character type is to do what daddy taught her to do and make the wrong choice, because they are the elites, so they don't have to follow the rules. Okay. Yeah. Joji talks about people and rats, and I love rats, by the way. As animals go, rats are very intelligent. Rats are extremely community oriented, and also rats are one of the few animals who care for their own injured. Many animal groups will either abandon, discriminate against, or kill. But some societies help injured and wounded, and rats is one of them. People and rats need love and community. Rats will choose it over the drugs every time. Interesting, Joji, because I have done experiments myself, because I used to play with my own pet rat with good old Coca-Cola, and I noticed that Coke only, and we're just talking soda pop, I would give the rat soda pop just to see how she would react instead of drinking water. And yeah, she would get all caffeined out. But in the end, she did just want to play and cuddle in the end. So Ghislaine just needs to be loved. She's very, very affectionate. And she felt really confused about Jeffrey not loving her and having so many other partners. It just screwed up her whole paradigm. Okay, are people the same, or is it a free will thing? GhislaineMaxwell has free will. This is free will. This is making the choice not to make a choice. Remember how we used to talk a lot before people voted in last year, like not voting is voting. Not making a choice is making a choice. Not doing the right thing is doing the wrong thing. So this is a lot about people's free will to not choose. Yeah, this is saying, I don't have to do anything. I don't. And she's right. If she doesn't get a pardon, she can still plead the fifth. So she has more choices. This is about choices. This is really all about choice. See how underneath the blind, the head wrap, in reality, you see how she actually can peek down and see her own toes? She's not really blindfolded. You see how she can still look down underneath the blindfold and see her own feet? She knows where she's standing. But what she's saying is, don't tread on me. I'm not making the choice. I'm standing in a defensive position because I feel under control. So we say she's not in her comfort zone. She's not in her comfort zone. But her character type is stubborn. I'm not going to do it. Can you imagine what hell she was to raise? She would not do it. The life of privilege of an elite. She does not have to be disciplined. She does. This is her saying, I don't have to be spanked. I don't have to serve time. I don't have to go to trial. I can, but at the same time, having to admit that I make bad choices. I know I make the wrong choice. I'm fully aware of the fact that I'm inside of a cell in a prison. Yeah, awaiting trial. And stubborn. I'm not doing it. Defensive. I'm not going to do what you say. Kind of immature. Oh my God. Two of Swords. Totally immature. A brat. Like a teenage brat. Okay. But yeah, she's basically on hold. She's waiting. She's got to wait for her trial. Yeah. Well, she's there, but July's coming up quick, you guys. Now that she's getting used to being there, you watch. July's going to be one heck of a month with that Maxwell trial coming up. Oh, yeah. Rat Park. Joji says we can surf Rat Park to learn about rats. Joji says Ghislaine's role model told her that it was correct or the right life, that she had both, that she could do whatever she wanted and she didn't have to be held accountable. And then Joji also says power, greed, perversion are all addictions. Yeah. Under the cardinal sin, they're gluttony, lust, blasphemy. Because it's blasphemy to say that you pray to Jesus and then commit the sin of lust. So, I mean, lust is really what she ended up going to. It was really about gluttony and lust. Gluttony in lust. Aw. Okay. So, in the interest of moving towards more about the Merrick Garland and John Dean, I want to swoop back around here that John Dean says it's only a matter of days. It is only a matter of days. Okay. Now, this is the how many. These are the how many cards. But how many days to what? To what? Okay, so we're going to ask that card. How many days till what? How many days till what? And we're getting that it's happening most intensely between the 12th and the 16th. And I'm also getting the number 27 because it's my lucky number and it adds up because 16 and 11 is 16 days out. To be patient and wait another 16 days. So probably from starting tomorrow, it's starting tomorrow, you guys. It is starting tomorrow. Between tomorrow and Tuesday, there's going to be major stuff going on this. And then we have to wait because it takes like 16 days to go through this process. And then around the 27th, 28th, I'm getting they're going to have it pretty much that process complete. So what is this process that's happening in a matter of days? And that's happening for days because we got the Wheel of Fortune, which says it's a matter of timing. You can't just process serve somebody, you know. Oh, thanks for hitting the like button, you guys. So what are they planning in a matter of days? Now, please, universe, only share with us that which is safe for us to know. And in case bots or anything around here, don't reveal anything that would mess it up. So what's happening in a matter of days? What's happening what are they planning? This is their plan. What's happening in a matter of days? This is the plan. Their plan. This is whether or not it executes successfully is not the question. The question is, what are they planning in a matter of days? Now, normally this is a news media thing, but I'm not getting that this is a news media or a message. I'm getting that this is a young person. They have this, whatever they're doing has to do with somebody who's very young who knows about the insurrection, because this was, I think what this is a connection to Frederico Klein. It's not him, but they've got these other people in their sights. Okay? So, this gets complicated. What are they planning for the 12th to the 16th? And then it's going to culminate on the 27th. Ooh. Well, they're planning to take somebody out of the house. This has a lot of meanings, this card. And since it's the essence, it's kind of like what they're hoping to achieve. Okay. They're actually hoping to get somebody out of the house. This is kind of like the parents graduating when their kid moves away from home in a good way. And this is locking them out of the house in a bad way. So this is kind of like throwing somebody to the curb. They're planning to kick the seditionists to the curb because this is going back to the insurrection, the 5th of January, and the bomber. And we're going to end reading about the bomber. But this is about January 5th, January 6th, because that's number 5, because it's turning out January 5th is a huge date. What are they planning? This is AG Merrick Garland. Yay! He's in the King of Swords position. Whatever they're planning, Merrick is in charge. Okay? He's here now. This is it. Justice is here now. Merrick Garland is in the center position. It's all about a functioning, law-abiding Attorney General for the people. His major concern is the insurrection. Hold on a sec. Sorry about that. I think he even mentioned he's really looking hard at the insurrection. His major concern is the insurrection. Ooh, this is really bad. Look at who he's flanked by. He's got the King of Rods. This is the majority Senate leader. Well, there's no majority Senate leader right now, kind of, sort of. This is a staff within the government. This is somebody in charge. Chuck Schumer? This could be Chuck Schumer. He's like the most in charge guy in the Senate right now. That's like a hard read. We'll have to get clarification on it. But see, what this is saying is right now, A.G. Merrick is in the power position, but in the past, recent past, it was this guy. So maybe this is the transition from Barr. This looks like this must be the transition from Barr, because what this is saying is we used to have Attorney General Barr who was not acting for the people. See, King of Rods acts for the government. This could be symbolic of Barr. But now, boom, I think this is Robert Mueller. This is an opposition. This is not good to see these guys together. He's saying that it's going to be a problem. Somebody like Barr or the Mueller probe, Rosen, one of those guys is going to be in opposition, giving this guy a problem. And here she is, right on the other side. None other than Ghislaine again. I mean, you can't say she's not here. So here's Merrick, flanked by Barr and Maxwell. Wow, that's freaky. Whatever his plan is, it's having to do with Barr and Maxwell. Ooh, that's big, you guys. That's big, because that's the suppression of the child trafficking. It's victory. Whatever they're planning, they're going to be successful. It's a win. His plan is victorious no matter what. No opposition, no Ghislaine, no Attorney Barr, nobody's going to prevent Merrick Garland from being successful at the plan. And it's around the sedition and the January 5th attack. Now, what was happening on January 5th was they were planning the bombs. And for entertainment only, this is just a tarot reading. I know I'm using a lot of sensitive words. Okay, so it looks as though Garland is really, really big on looking at January 5th. So let's look at January 5th because January 6th was the insurrection, but the 5th was when they planted the bomb. FBI just put out the footage. Has everyone seen it of the person who put the bag out? Has everyone watched the video of the person who put the plant in the backpack? Because I don't want to use the B word too many times. Has everyone seen that video? If you're new, introduce yourself in the chat and say hi. Just hit the little live chat button. We have the nicest group of people here. So there, you'll see it tonight because it just came out. There's footage of January 5th, 5 different views on camera of a person who planted the device. And they were carrying it in their backpack. They had they've identified the shoes as Nike Airs. They had a hoodie, like a light hoodie. They've got them sized next to a city trash can, so it's not a tall person. No one can get the gender on this person. Nobody can tell if it's a man or a woman. Like, she's sitting at a park bench at one point and on a cell phone, and it looks like she's fidgeting her bra. Has anyone seen maybe there were 2 people walking, maybe a male and a female, that they switched them out? You know, that's a very, wow. Keisha says, yes, she has it. Hi, Edwina. It's great to see you guys. We're just getting to the January 5th video. Now, I'm getting a lot of psychic hits that I need to know what's the connection to Nashville, because nobody's talking Nashville. It's like, oh, we just kind of forgot about Nashville. Okay, so we're going to ask quite a few questions. Okay, I like that Joji mentions, is it more than one person in the videos, or is it one person? Because they could have switched somebody out. Okay, I love this deck for a straight yes, no. Because we're going to find out. Was it more than one person in the videos? Was it more than one person? Or was it one person? Was it one person? Was it one person? Because getting a yes is very difficult. So we want a yes. Was it the same person in all the videos? Was it the same person in all the videos? Was it the same person? I got to really meditate here on this one, you guys. Was it the same person? Was it the same person in the FBI surveillance videos? Was it the same? Now I want the cards to pull. See how I want the cards to pull themselves out. See, I'm fingering on the bottom of the deck. I want them to pull. Was it the same person? It doesn't say yes. The person was in on the insurrection. This is the Capitol burning building. This is the device that they were delivering, that they wanted to use to ignite the Capitol. Was it the same person in all the videos? Knight of Pentacles, hold a group on hold, a coordinated effort, a coordinated group. Moving at a walk, moving slowly, holding a bag on video. See, this one's on horseback. They're on video. Judgment. They were doing this. I hate to say this, but this is actually a card of people leaving the earth and leaving their bodies. Yeah, they were doing it so they could take people out of their bodies. It looks like it's more than one person. Wow. Hadn't even thought of that. I do know guys who work out who have really developed quads, and they have that hip switch. But what I was looking for was the ratio of the shoulders to the hips, and it looked male. The hips were not larger than the shoulders. So I got that it was male. And when I was reading on a live stream the other night with as somebody's moderator, martyrs walk differently. Okay, so we're getting that it could have been more than one person. Was it? I'm going to keep asking till we get a yes. Was it more than one person on the video surveillance? Was it more than one person in those video surveillances? 8. The video clips were edited and put together as a stream, so there's more than one video clip. Was there more than one person? Yeah, I noticed that. They did walk differently. Was there more than one person in the video clips? 3. Somebody was waiting around the corner. That's waiting. Those are 3. Okay. This is an alliance for profit, because when I went back to the Nostradamus tarot, the 3 of Sons is an alliance, not normally of nice guys, a group that's working together for profit, for money, mercenaries. And waiting. So when somebody went around the corner, I'll bet you they passed the bag off and switched the shoes, because it really, really, really looked like the shoe thing was like not the person's shoe. Whatever shoe they were wearing was not that person's shoe. Okay. And it looks to me like they swapped out the shoes, but we still haven't gotten a yes. Now we're really starting to get somewhere. Was it more than one person in the video clips? Was it more than one person? Let's see if we can pull the cards. Was it more than one person? Was it more than one person in the video? Ooh. Illusion, delusions, choices. Mastery of illusion and delusion. It was a delusion that it's the same person. It very well They were deluded. This is mask. See, there's a mask. This is mask. Costume. See, one of the things in the cups is a costume, is a mask. They wore a mask. They had costumes. It was orchestrated. There was more than one of them. 7 is like more than one. It's like, it's never like a one thing. It's like too many choices. They had a mask. They wore a mask. And they wore those funky shoes. There's the funky shoes that didn't fit with the tread. And there's a woman with an evil tongue. You see how that little mask string is sort of like falling out of the woman's mouth? It's almost like she has the forked tongue of the snake, the liar. So an alliance for profit, patiently waiting. Edited slices of footage that the FBI has released. So this is the footage that the FBI pieced together for that video. There's more than one. There's like by going by the dog walker, going by the trash can, sitting at the park bench, blah, blah, blah. Is it more than one person in the video clips? Here's somebody waiting around the corner. And it's an alliance for profit. So they were probably getting paid mercenaries or probably paid mercenaries. Was it more than one person in the video clip? They had costumes, they had masks, they had the shoe thing, they had a lot of illusions, they had that arm swing going behind the tree, they had a lot of stuff. Was it? I'm going to keep going till I get a yes, because it's going to be one more thing. Yeah, they had gray hoodies. They could have matching gray hoodies. Was it more than one person? 8 of Cups. It was a setup. They were planning to plan it and walk away. Was it more than they were planned? It was planned and they were planning to get away. They weren't planning to martyr themselves. Was it more than one? Now I got to let the card pull. This is the telekinesis. If I try and force this card, it won't be talking to me. Was it more than one person in the video clips? Was it? Come on, baby. Pull the cards. Pull. There's one. Was it more than one person? They were intending to ignite that thing inside the Capitol. Was it? Now you can see the cards are starting to pop. Was it more than one person? 9 of Pentacles, the luxury, the elites. Somebody, this 9 of Pentacles is a person with a lot of money. That's once again the lap of luxury. That's Robert Maxwell type, an elite, very, very, very not inside the government, somebody not just with money, but like the Mossad regime, the Netanyahu regime, big, but not them, like somebody who's like a influencer, Elon Musk, not Roger Stone. Those people are jackasses. We're talking